Never gets old, man. G'day guys, what is going on? Welcome to a new episode. Hope you guys all doing well. Today the S14 is getting a Rocket Bunny spoiler installed. I'm going to show you guys how to spray this. Whoops. And I'm going to show you guys how to self-tap this into your boot properly. And when you install these spoilers, you want to make sure you line it up properly, because once you self-tap it, that's it, man. You have too many holes in your boot and you don't want that happening. So you want to do it right the first time. So I'm going to show you guys how to line this up. Before I self-tap, I'm going to spray this matte black, and then I'm going to line it up, and then we'll self-tap into it and we'll see how my S14 looks with the new spoiler. I'm actually getting pretty excited about this. And the reason why I bought this spoiler is, see along here, how mad would it be to have a Clutch Kick Junkie sticker along that to promote the channel when we're out on track. So I can't wait to come up with a sticker design where it says Clutch Kick Junkies along there. So let's go spray this matte black and go self-tap it into the S14. Step 1, lightly spray across the spoiler, so let it dry for about 10-15 minutes. When we do the first coat of paint, the paint sticks up to it nicely. Look at that fine artwork. And now that it's dry, spray your first coat. Kind of stuffed up the top there, but it doesn't matter. That's what second coats are for. But look at that hand motion, back and forth. So that's step 2. Step 3 again, gonna let it dry for about 10-15 minutes. Come back with it with a second coat. Look at that fine artwork. 20 years of tagging trains has paid off. No, I'm joking, I don't do that shit. But yeah, try to get all the areas, make sure it's nice and even. When you're using the spray can, make sure to go on and off with the nozzle, because if you hold it down consistently, you're gonna have some runs in the paint and you don't want that happening. It actually turned out pretty good with the matte black paint. Have a look at that. It's pretty sick. No streaks, no runs, nothing. It's actually proper. I like it. Hell yeah, man. That's sick. Good job by me. So now it's time to drill holes into here, so that way we know where to self-tap through. Always happens, man. Every time I want to do work on my car, it always bloody rains. Before you self-tap into it, make sure to line up the spoiler correctly to the boot. So we're going to find the right spot, make sure it's even on both sides there and here. So I'm just going to quickly line this up and then we'll self-tap into it. I want to do this correctly the first time. After spending some time with the spoiler trying to find the right spot, I think I'm on the money right now, so I'm hoping that this is exactly where I want. I'm just double checking everything. Make sure it's all lined up. Yeah, this is exactly where I want it. Make sure I try not to move out of position. Alright, here comes the scary part. Self-tapping into the boot now. I'm a little bit concerned, but hopefully it goes all good. Alright, let's do the rest of them. Fuck. I'm going to show you guys something just quickly. When you're self-tapping, be very careful with how much pressure you tighten up. I accidentally went too much and I've cracked the bloody spoiler right there. Doesn't matter, I'll be careful with the other ones. Just when you self-tap like this one, that one's perfect. That one I did it way too tight. So when you self-tap, just be very, very cautious when you push in. Just make sure that you get it tight enough. Don't go all the way like this one is. Holy crap. Not a fan of self-tapping fiberglass. It's just so sketchy, like trying to get it just on point, because if you do it too much, as I said, you end up cracking the bloody thing. So make sure you do this correctly. Doing all these are easy, it's just the ones up here are being a prick, man. Why are you guys gonna be a freaking prick? Holy shit. That looks so sick. I'm actually really happy with that. It makes the car look so much better now. I'm going to show you guys where I stuffed up. So right here, broke the fiberglass off that bit, cracked it there. A little hairline crack there and a bit of a broken bit there, but the rest of them turned out perfect. Like, look at that, no splits, no nothing. So all these were fine to do, just here sucked. And when you're self-tapping, make sure to use short self-tappers, don't do long ones, because you might hit up against the body of the car and it might cause the self-tapper to go on an angle, so you don't want that happening. Make sure you use small self-tappers. And I'm going to open the boot and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. There's a part that just missed everything, so if that was a longer screw, that would have hit up against the plastic there. There's another one. So yeah, make sure you use small self-tappers. That's so good. Up next, since we've got the side skirts done and this done, up next, roof wing. Definitely need a roof spoiler to match this. So when we get a roof spoiler, it's going to look so much better. I've got camber arms coming for the R33 because I want to go lower, so we fix up the camber issue. And here, we need to get camber arms as well because this is too much camber. Once this comes out more, we'll roll the guard and this should sit flush with the guard, so that's going to be pretty sick. Can't wait to take this car back on track, man. I'm just hoping Calder opens up again, Keeper Eat does another event, so I can enjoy this car for once, because I've only used this car once on track, and it was a stupid issue that stuffed up my track day. Now that I fixed it, I can't wait to take this back on track, try out the new GK Tech drift angle, try out the new setup, and just enjoy this car for once, because I really want to drift this thing, man. I'm thinking like either to leave this bare or just get like a Clutch Kick Junkies logo sticker put across there. I'm not sure just of yet, but I'm really happy with this spoiler. It makes the S14 look really evil. It looks like something a villain would use in Power Rangers, man. That's dope. Fucking happy about that. Oh, look at that, man. It just makes the car look so much better. And also up next, I've got underglow neons to put on the S14. Gotta do blast pipes, camber arms, subframe bushes, pretty much whatever I'm doing to the R33, I gotta do to the S14 because it's just double money, but it's worth it because you want a better functioning car, you want a proper wheel alignment, you want a car that handles good, drifts good, and this car is going to be so perfect soon. This is just the beginning. And to the ones wondering, when I painted my S14 last year, I sanded it all back and sprayed it matte black with this. So this is the can that I use. You can get them at Autobahn. They're about, I don't know, they're usually on sale, so you can get them like $2 a can, and they actually work pretty damn well. Like when I first painted the S14, it looked so sick, but with this tarp and the rain, it collects water, and that grey material has been fading out my matte black, so I'm just going to respray my S14 with this stuff, and it should look sick soon. So yeah, I recommend using this matte black. It's cheap, affordable, and it actually works pretty damn good. Like the new Rocket Bunny spoiler in the S14. Personally, I think it looks amazing. I'm just really happy with it. The side skirts, the rear spoiler, it just makes everything on that car look so much better now, and the bigger wheels too at the back. I'm just going to keep those 3-spoke wheels there just for now until I find some more, because I need to collect about a set so that way on track days the car looks nicer rather than just using the stockies. As I was saying, S14 looks amazing, but I know you guys love this. Ready? Who doesn't love that? With the S14, I know you guys love the R33 more, but the S14 needs love too. It is my track car. I'm just hoping track days open up again around here so I can start entering again. I I just missed that feeling of being on track with that car. Like that night I took the S14 out, it was good vibes, but now I just want to go back out there with it again and actually have fun this time, because now that I've fixed all the issues, I can enjoy that car. And with the R33, there's plenty of stuff to come. I'm going to do the subframe bushes, the Hikers Eliminate kit, then I've got camber arms, so I'm going to make the car lower, so I can't wait to put all those videos out for you guys. Me personally, I do like the R33 videos more because I get to drive the car on the road, where the S14 unfortunately can't really take it on the road at all. So all I can do is just modify it in my driveway. I'm hoping somehow one day I can get it club reg, so that way I can take it out for cruises. But up next with the S14, we're going to chuck underglow in it, so we'll get the car a better look with the neons. So I can't wait to make that video and see how the car looks at night time with the new neons. I love this car so much, man. I'm never going to get rid of this car, man. This car is always going to be the car for this channel. Like, this is going to be that car that I'm going to keep forever, man. There's no way I'm ever selling this car. Whatever happens to this car, I'm always going to fix it. So I'm so happy that I've done like all the motor stuff. Interior wise, the only thing I really need to do is maybe get a half cage made. I'm not too worried about the back seats, so a decent half cage. Interior looks nice, gonna get a Heltec screen, and that's about it for the inside really. Outside of the car, as I said, gonna go lower and just fix up like all the brake lines. I'm gonna get braided brake lines, do the rear brake rotors as well eventually, fix up the brake shoes and the handbrake, because you know they've been worn out after 20 years. So I'm just going to do a lot of maintenance to this car now, because pretty much performance wise there really isn't anything else to do. Like the stock intake manifold, I don't think I'm ever going to change that to a forward facing, because the stock intake manifold has been perfectly fine to use. I have no lag in this car. As soon as I put my foot down, I'm up in boost, man. This car is just incredible to drive. But if you end up buying a junk like 33 or something, save your money and do this. Who doesn't want a car that performs like that, man? It's the best feeling in the world. Alright, I'm gonna head home and wrap up this video. I'm just gonna go for a little cheeky cruise because I really enjoy driving my R33. It's been about a week since I last driven it. Love it, man. Alright, I just made it back home. Went for my little test drive. I'm not happy with the car because the rear Hikers ball joints are gone. The car just feels too snaky, so I'm so glad I got the new parts to install the R33. Then we'll go out back into the toga and have some fun again. And I thought of a good idea. I'll show you guys the difference between my two RB25s, how different the setups are, but yet both enjoyable. You don't really need to spend big money on your RB25. Just do a little basic mods for your motor to push out a little more power. So I'll show you guys the difference right now. This right here is what happens when you chuck a lot of money into your RB25. So this is how you can get it to look. A lot of people run forward-facing intake plenums. You don't need to. You can still use the stock one. Look, the forward-facing does look better, but look, if you want to save money and still make power, you can still use the stock one. I say this all the time because a lot of people out there think that you can't use the stock intake manifold, but you can. Then we got my Hypergear Turbo. I always get asked all the time, so I'm going to say it in every video till everyone remembers. ATR 45SS ball bearing turbo from Hypergear Turbochargers right there. Check out their websites, check out the turbos, and get yourself one for your car. This RB25 does cost a lot, but it is an amazing setup, and I'm really happy with the way it performs. There's nothing I'd really change. I really don't want to make any more power. This is plenty of power as it is, man. It's pretty crazy to drive. It's really fun, and I'm not bored of it yet. A lot of people get bored of their power, and that's why they want more. But trust me, guys, if you want to go drifting, racing around corners and stuff, 550 horsepower is the max. I wouldn't go any more than that unless you want to be like a straight line driver. That's pretty boring, to be honest. Let's go check the S14. Now on a budget build, I've already done a budget build RB25 twice on this channel, so this is pretty much a basic setup RB25 cut and shut forward facing intake manifold. So this is the stock intake manifold, and they've cut it here, re-welded it and chucked it at the front. This turbo is a T28 high flow turbo at the front housing, and then the rear housing is a HKS R33 rear housing for the turbo, and that's an old school trussed external gate. So I'll show you guys that now. With external gates, you either want it from the manifold or the turbo housing, not there, but for some reason this setup actually worked really well for what it is. Screamer pipes down there. I've also got a stock airflow meter, but I'm going to change it out to a GTR R35 MAF, get a retrim with new injectors, and we should see about 350 horsepower. 350 horsepower for a track car, an S14 stripped. It's really light, so that's plenty of power for this car, so I don't want any more than that. Or maybe I do in the future, maybe 400, but I'm going to change it to ARP head studs, metal head gasket, rear oil drain at the back of the head, and oil restrictors again, just so we can fix up the oil control in this car. So yeah, this is what less money on an RB25 looks like. Not too bad. I really do got to clean up the rust because I bought this car in Adelaide and the guy had it sitting out. Eventually when I take this engine out, I'm going to clean it all up, repaint the valve covers. So yeah, this is pretty much it. It is pretty gross, but I'll fix it all up soon and it'll look really nice. And I also got a Tomei exhaust cam gear in there as well. You probably can't see that, but there's the red Tomei one. And the coil packs are OEM. I'm surprised these OEM ones are still working. Hopefully they stay working forever because split fires have gone up in price, man. It's not worth it anymore. And the clutch, I got to change the clutch as well in this car. The clutch is starting to go. And there you guys have it, the difference between my two RB25s. You don't need to spend a lot of money to have fun. The reason why I built this motor up is because the ones that don't know, I blew a head gasket, I think, was it last year? Sometime last year I blew a head gasket. A lot of coolant went into my sump, and it's like, you know what, might as well take it all apart and just rebuild it. And I tell you what, I don't regret it one bit. I'm really happy with this setup. It's the best thing I've ever done, man. You got an RB25, modify it because it's the best thing ever, man. And this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Catch you guys later.